So let's pick a new concerto, a new song. I mean, do you have a specific concerto you want to play? What? You don't have anything you want to do? You know Lalo, Symphony Español?
Oh, was that Aiden Wong play that?
Oh yeah, well a lot of students play that. Okay. Yeah. Do you like that song? You don't like that one?
I don't.
And then how about the Vinyasky?
I don't know.
Okay, read a little bit. Oh wait, I forgot which one I sent you. I sent you. Sorry. Because you play very consistent, like 2 recordings exactly 28 seconds. So I forgot which one I just hit. Yeah, but Sam, like Ali also did 28 seconds. Okay. I think. Did it do this? Oh yeah, looks different. Okay. Anyway. Let's sorry the little bit. I would recommend you do this.
Well, do you know what level I'm playing this year for Federation?
The concerto? If you do the Lalo or Vinyasky, both are already senior. But do you want to stay on the junior 3?
Is there A and B or is it just 3?
It's a junior 2. Well, that was actually too long. Junior 3 is your Bach controller. This one is junior 3. And then the Barrier is junior 3. And then after junior 3 it's already senior. We're gonna keep practicing the next level, and then maybe when you want to do Federation, you can go back to play Barrier when you already know the piece very well. Do you understand? The competition piece should not be the one you just learn. Right? It's okay.
Yeah.
Right. So then you don't need to play with all like high school kids, but then you keep learning the new music. But if you already have something you have learned, it's very common for for they really want to do a competition. The piece is not freshly learned. They already played many years, right? So but you keep learning something. All right, so let's read a little bit new thing. I'm not sure if you already know this. You're sorry, this one. So this is Vinyasky's. This is more technical. Do you know this composer?
No.
Okay, okay. I don't think he has a piano piece, but he was a child prodigy and also great pianist and violinist, and his music is famous of like technical thing. It's just like Vieuxtemps, but Vieuxtemps's music is it's even harder. So we can try here. Sorry, a little bit. Those are orchestra part, you know this one here. Alright, 3, 4 here. But it's sorry, it's okay to pick whatever the position you can. Go on. Two. No, don't jump away. Same position. not the very side readable. But you can see, so I can play one more first. There are some technical part here. Here's the finger octave, but it's only a place. Finger octave here. But only here. Okay. So this is actually a new technique. And now from here it's very technical now. Tense. Okay, there's all this, and now there's a staccato. And then this whole page is the technical part here. So the harder part is not always, and then there's a lyrical part is very beautiful too. That's now it's technical part again, and this whole thing has a little new technique here. This is actually this one. This is some technical part, but those are useful. It's not too long. Okay. All right. This is one of the choices. Okay.
Isn't it junior 3?
No. It's a senior. Oh, senior. Yeah. Okay. No. This cannot be junior. Okay. It's a senior. So I mean, violin is not like a piano has so many categories, but we have. But so it says each category on a junior you can stay in one class for 3 years. It's like this. Oh, small. Okay. Cute. So I can show you. Okay, control this. So those are your accolades are like junior 2 and junior 3 was like your Bach. Yeah, those Bach was one to the and the barriers are here. Rode is what Ian played. You heard this.
Uh-huh.
Mozart concerto. Those is in this category. Okay. But the seniors, the rest of the other concerto you can hear. Like if you don't, there are some missing, didn't print it here, but online you can register. Like a Tchaikovsky concerto, it didn't list here, it just misprinted. Then, but it's online, you can register for that. And also Vieuxtemps number 5. So like Ali played number 5 this year, and then sound, and then those are all here. So Vinyavsky is also here, like this one. Okay. But as I said, you can keep practicing, but when you want to really register for that, you can get one available, right? So it's for community. All right, you want to start read Lalo a little bit? Lalo is actually a beautiful piece, but Ada didn't play well. Okay, so just forget about that. You know I don't know what to do because he learned Lalo in summer when he was back to Seattle with someone else, and then since he learned those, he couldn't change. So we just cannot work on that. So okay, forget about it. Play whatever you already have. And then I get totally different. He changed, like, that teacher changed a lot, and then also changed a lot by Lalo meant to have. So, but he already logged into his mind, and then he already memorized when he came back. So okay, I don't know what to do. We'll just move on. Okay, this piece. Very colorful. I can put a little bit. I can explain. So this, except those here, he used each string for the tune with a very beautiful color change here. G string. habanera rhythm 3 against 2. And then here. A string chain. Now it's a G string. Now we have this one. So for Aiden, he changed all those slides and those fingers, he changed the whole thing. And then I said, okay, forget about that. So actually, that's but different. But this music is very beautiful. Like every student need to practice it because to practice different sounding point. I have when we have an A string here. That's A string. Not E string. Closer. The color need to keep changing, the content need to keep changing. Here. No. Here. Closer. This G string. If you don't change the whole thing, you put it the same place, the sound wouldn't project well, or the very melody sound was one. And this is one thing. And then require very fast fingers. This music, especially writing this speed, which not many students can reach this speed, but this is actually initial writing on here, into on this. So here has to be on this speed. This actually the speed on here. Alright, so it's a one, but this is pretty long. They have 5 pages. But if you cannot control the sound, the whole thing will sound just like a fragmented, like too long. There's a lot of changing on all the different positions, all the different strings. This is one. So I would recommend those 2 on the senior level because the other other music are too hard at this moment, right? Like well, Sibelius control, also Tchaikovsky control also here, and then also Beethoven is also very difficult, and also Brahms are here, so of course not on this level, but we can do that. So maybe pick one from these 2.
I like Wieniawski.
You want Wieniawski? Okay, I can show you that. Actually, I like you to play Wieniawski. Actually, it's also shorter, 4 pages. And those technical is very good for you to practice. You can also use this one for FSMT control competition. Well, how old are you?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
13.
13. You are intermediate. Yeah, you just passed the 12 gap. Okay. Yeah, this one can be used intermediate. Some use a lot, and intermediate is a little hard. This one. Okay. And some technique. So for those, of course, first finger active. So we need to practice. You never done finger active, which is this. Yeah, but if you already practice piano, then may not be too hard for you, because it's a stretch position. But the difference is the stretch here. So because if you use the same finger, play fast is hard. Yeah, you have to shake it. So this we call finger active. But the thank God it's only very short. You know, Paganini has a Caprice 17, whole page is like a finger active. This I forgot this. It's just a lot of time. It's really killing me. But for this practice, you need to practice flex your thumb, because weaker finger is very hard to stretch, but the first finger is easier to stretch. So the thumb position is actually closer to the weaker finger. And then instead of you stretch your 4, it's stretch your 1. So this, we can practice just here. Wait. Okay, I use a printing finger right here. Right. Right, so first, see the thumb release? Let's find top note first. Right, and then you put the thumb closer to it, and also roll your hand to the right side. No, wrist in. Right, so it's actually you surf for the top note. Right, now here, stretch one. So one is on side here. Now 4, put down first. Now 2, stretch 2. Right, so the finger octave. So then you can adjust the sound, see where it's more comfortable than put. But again, your thumb need to, for the top note. Now move the D. It's easier on the higher position because it get closer. But wrist touch it. Yeah, because top note need to be able to touch. No. Yes, here. Here. Not true. Right. After 2, 4, 2. Not here. Now last note. Watch. Don't lift this 1, 3. Just directly 2, 4 slide to the G. Right. Now always practice descending, as I always ask. Okay, so come back. Watch the finger octave. You must prepare the lower notes because halfway is very hard to actually lift. Here. Right. Watch. Don't move your sound back to here because you still need to prepare for the higher note. So you put the 8. Here. Move. B natural. C sharp. Here. Now A. 2, 2. Well, actually it's 3, sorry. This is A is 3. Right, so it's like a whole thing. This is a 4th position. I'll give you a clean copy because that wasn't my when I was little I put this and there's a lot of marking here. 4th position. Now before I play finger octave, I already adjust the sound for this. Otherwise you won't be able to reach it. This is the one. And then this staccato, we're already into this practice. But there are 2 types of staccato. First one is on the string. We already learned this from the Martelot boy. The other is flying staccato. It's actually make it sounds more brilliant. Also not too heavy because staccato you need to add the pressure. But in the music, this here, it's actually tend to play lightly instead of you right, so because it's not totally not fitting. So you have to practice later the flying staccato. So how to practice this is little pinky like a tap tap tap. Because if you add pressure, it's like a seesaw concept. If you push here, that's how we need to do staccato. But to reduce and also stop a bow, you need to use a pinky to balance. So first you start from 2 notes and 3 and then 4. Oh, sorry, this. And then it's actually like a something like pushing by the wrist. First, you need to practice the wrist as like a really flexible wrist, and then the pinky. So, but you don't need to put whole thing because not whole thing is flying because here you both. This is the weakest part of the bow, it's the thinnest part, not here. So when you pass this part, it will both tend to move away. So here. Until the string crossing here, because the string crossing, each string has a different speed. So later you just add this one. But if you cannot, just tend to play light, not heavy, so short and light. If you play too much on lower half, it's very scratchy. But the later is like not every string, just to practice it later. Now here. This is a very typical, first Wieniawski is a Polish, but he started he trained in Paris and also Paris Conservatory. You know Paris Conservatory is a Paris in Paris. It's the oldest conservatory. I think it's 17th century. It started 1630 something. It's the oldest conservatory. And then also there was one of the most prominent conservatory. The system used in U.S. like in Curtis, they have a teacher and assistant. That's actually it's actually from Paris Conservatory. So each student has 2 teachers, like major teachers and an assistant. Assistant really just work on all the techniques and then something. And then they brought the system here. But anyway, so that time Paris is a city, like the dominant city. So every musician they have to go to Paris to be able to, just like now here you want to go to New York, so you can promote yourself. This is the time too, and also. So he was a prodigy. Also, his prodigy started in Paris. So those we call the technique in French school. So this technique, I'm not sure if you know French school. So some bowing, it's a very typical French school bow. Use like this. Here, here this one. Just if the scale is very boring, just this broken third, but then they change a lot of different bowing to make it like a totally different articulation and also different function. It's 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1. Then another 3. This is all French school. So here, this you can see the chord except the third note is same chord. Here. So practice first 2 notes and the last note. Here. It means you need to keep your hand as a chord moving. Here. And then when you have the hand in position, then you add a third note is dissonance. Here, this one. This is a chord, right? Just add this one. You see this pattern? So if you analyze, it's not, you don't find every note separately. It's actually by chord. Here. Here. Put the chord. Here, chord. And then one of those chords is just F major chord, right? F major on the different inversion. Right, so it's here, first 2, F major chord, just in different inversion, right? And you just add dissonance, and then the bowing is added later. And then this broken chord, again, it's the same thing. You just take off all the third note out. So your hand need to move as a chord. Here, again, because it's gonna be very fast, so you don't do single note by single note, and then add the 3. Here. Here 3. Do you understand this? You put the down, and then this bowing is also French school. Here this is it's a variation from the Baroque playing. And now this very typical playing every composer will use is just a diminished chord, and then moving by the minor third here. Because it's a very like a common use on the strings, because it's just the same chord, and it sounds like an intention because it's a diminished chord. Not here. And the barrier also this one. See, the barrier have the 6. It's actually very similar too, right? So it's actually very. Now here. This one again. Chromatic scale. Now it's lyrical part. So in between the technical part, there's a lyrical part here. Since it's a French school, it's also changing a lot of color, okay? And then octave is always excerpts. Excerpts means here's the excerpts. You need to play this 30 times a day. So this is excerpts 30 times a day, and it's always an excerpt. And so those have to really solve first before you run the whole thing. So this is always, octave is always there. Here. We change your finger here because it's easier for vibrato. So do not keep it 1/4. But if you want to keep it 1/4, it's okay, but it's harder right here. And this is just practice all the technique. G string. Or G string. As I said, this is French school. So to add a 2-1, 2-1. All the accent on the down bow. And then this part is just combination of the double step. Tense. This is a little technical practice. But this fingering is Tchaikovsky also has this, but it just becomes a double step. But here, this need to get on time. In tune. This one is a practice, and then later one. This is actually a very practical technique just to start with. And then you can see it has a lot of staccato thing here. All right. I'll send to you. Harder parts here. Very often, students got very tired hand already here. So you look fine, but play from here to here has no break, and very often they just cramped. So like they messed up with this looks like easiest thing like arpeggio, but because they cannot move their hand anymore. So for this later practice, they have to especially practice this part more. But to avoid cramp hand, you need to start to play double stop scale. Finger octave scale a lot. Because when you practice stretch enough, you won't feel tight hand so easily. Just because usually they don't stretch enough, right? So you get the cramp on this one. Okay? So you can add a finger octave practice as I said. You need to place top note down first. See that my thumb right away I set out here. I don't set out this. Top. So flex your thumb like this one. Okay, like we just did this part. Alright, so I'll give you a fingering. Now we have to start right away here. I think you can do the SMTA for this. But for the federation, I would suggest you maybe do barrier. So go one level lower, and you already have a whole thing learned it. Okay? Alright. Let's do a little bit here of stay. I just hit one. Unless you want to pick up the You can also practice Bach if you want to do that. I think it's okay. You know, usually Bach and Mozart, those things in the competition, same category to compete with the romantic concerto is very hard to stand out. Because those things are hard to gain extra point, but they're very easy to get reduced point. Right? So those Bach exercises. I want to hear the other one first. Can you try this? Just a little bit. Practice correct shifting. Not sometimes you didn't do correctly. So this timing is the third eighth note with the dotted rhythm, so not too early. But you need to do crescendo shifting. Crescendo. Same finger slide, not always the first finger. Follow the line, but you do opposite when the phrase is longer. Crescendo Keep crescendo. Second sound. No, last three. Third finger slap. Last. Watch the phrasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is one phrase. It's always 2, 2, 4. But you start from here. So 7 major is very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
You said this one. So fourth phrase. This new phrase here. More. Less. No. Well, actually, you can start from here, but if you play one more major, it's more connected. This more, less. I mean, this major is kind of ending and also beginning because the G sharp has to start on the A. So from here is 4 and 4, and then later cut. But then this major you suddenly play. You somehow play it here, crescendo and decrescendo. You play opposite on halfway. Can you play one more time again? Just first part. Okay, you want well, B is really low, but this crescendo. Let's save the bow here beginning. I'll go to the C mode. You need to finish your bow. How about you play this more? You just finish your bow, play more on the second half. So sound more? Okay, so for here, more sound. No, decrescendo away. The bow contact can go away. No? Move closer. No, away. I had to start to move better. Sometimes not clear. Second time. Crescendo more. Saving some more. Don't do decrescendo too soon. So you need to keep a sound in decrescendo. Okay, that's say. So you decrescendo on the shifting. Okay, so here more. Because the shifting is such a big leap of the interval. So don't do too early. Down, up, down. Is down. More. Crescendo here. So here you didn't keep the sound because the opposite bow now. So you need to save a bow at the beginning. More burst speed. Also bow pressure to C. Don't always end each major because it always sound like a break. Play from here. Down bow. You should be third position. Okay, one more time. So here. Can you keep a bow pressure and speed? Last. Away. Descending, when you go to lower string, the pinky is a little low. You only need to prepare ahead. And also it's easier to control the sound, otherwise the sound sounds like suddenly dropped. Pitch from here, this should be up bow. Crescendo more. Last. Sharp higher, but safe. Second time crescendo. The registration is getting higher. The pinky is getting too low. Higher G. Should be decrescendo. can restart a new phrase, okay? Keep practicing. Can you try here a little bit? No, the wrong note is G sharp. Right, so you play twice already the same, so the first time is different. I meant not here, sorry. Following notes. I meant here. This is G, F, G, and G, F, E. Okay, go on now. Can you do a little big phrase? So the phrase idea is just and twice, right? More, now keep it sound. You know, play on time doesn't mean there's no stretch. Within the range of a stretch to go your musical idea is acceptable, and also, you know, you need to put something here. Now you play the too little, especially your up was always too short. So the sound suddenly drop. So second, same thing. Or finish. This is A. Finish super. You don't want to stop the sound. Now here is different. Second time. This is different. More. Third time. You just put something like an idea on this one, don't put it all the same. But so you don't move your bow enough. You need to add the pressure and speed, especially the tip. Let's try a little bit beginning. Okay, it's not clear the sound. Also, it's not clear your intonation. Can you practice those two? But A is really sharp. So half step on the low position, the other finger even more. The timing. Here. I think your G sharp, 2 sharp. And then your second A is higher than first. Press C higher. Here. So practice intonation. And now you still need to curve finger better, so keep the tone color. Don't just reach it. The sound is not very good, so here. Play clear sound. Not clear sound. Okay, now so the bow here, this is right, this is main note is A, C, E, A, just A major. And the other note is more like ornament type. You want to get the line stand out. First. See, I'm emphasizing those and the sustain. So don't just play. Now I don't know where the line is here. First note. You want to get the main idea of the line, not like a da 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 da. I'm right here. You want to get this A, C, E, A, C, E, A, right? Right. But why do you do decrescendo? So the idea is now I have. See that you need to build up the sound. So you I want to just get all the line clear, especially those we call the neighboring tone. It's all just ornament, right? All right, so I have to stop here. I have to go somewhere. So next time we'll practice more. Let's pick one scale. You can do a double step and the accelerating scale and by a week, every week, okay? I know you can practice the all-star skill. And then I'll send you the Wieniawski fingering.
Mm.